Hello everyone, this is Debbie from Ink and Page, and I'm here with a new Junk Journal January video, and today's prompt is fabric. Believe it or not, we're on day 30. That means just one more to go after this. It's totally crazy, right? So today's fabric, I'm not really using any printables today, but if you do want the printables, you can grab them at the link in the description below. All you have to do is sign up and I will send them to you, and I will definitely be using those tomorrow. But today it's fabric, so there are fabric printables in there, just so everybody knows. I did do some like fabric-y papers, and if I had my papers, I'm sorry I don't, I put them away. I would show you, but they had there, I did go over them in the video from Monday, so you can go ahead and look in there if you would like to see what's available. Okay, so today, I did a little prep work here because I wanted to sew a couple of things, just to have them, available here. You know, you don't need to sew them. Certainly, I'm going to glue a lot of this stuff onto my journal, and I'm going to do, some fabric collages on these tags and journal cards as well. With glue, not with, not by sewing or anything like that. So, you know, it's pretty flexible too. And, you know, if you don't have a sewing machine, you could always put a few stitches on there, with thread and a needle. I would just make the stitches bigger. You know, put like 3 cross stitches, or do like a longer running stitch along the edge, not quite so tiny. And you can always like, you know, cluster up the thread like with the mummy cloth. So there's a lot of like options for fabric that don't necessarily involve having a sewing machine, because I'll tell you what, sometimes my sewing machine and I are not friends. So like, I was debating on whether or not I was going to go out there and like sew or not, but fortunately tonight, everything perfect. So, you know, who knows? But, okay, so I'll go through here quickly what I did, and, then we'll put this together. I have what I think is a simple idea, but last night I thought my idea was simple too, and that was a 2-hour video that I did condense down, but, you know, I don't know if I, like, hopefully, let me not jinx myself here. Okay, so what I did is I pulled together some these are mostly neutral fabrics that I had in my stash. These ones here are Tim Holtz. This was, I have to be honest, like, I got this one. I found a lot on eBay of Tim Holtz stuff, and this came in it. So I'm not 100% sure where it came from, but it is in his fabric line. So if you go to Simon Says Stamp, which I would recommend highly that you go to Simon Says Stamp if you want Tim Holtz stuff, because they have a like existing relationship where she keeps all of his stuff there in stock. So if you want to get Tim Holtz stuff, that is the place to go. I also go on eBay all the time, as well, and I look for lots. But if you want to get something specific and something new, I would go to Simon Says Stamp, because they usually have it. And don't let anybody tell you, okay, here's the thing about like Tim Holtz stamps, which personally I feel are, I do feel that they're probably some of the best stamps out there. There's a lot of other stamps I love. His are consistently amazing. And the one thing I love about what he does is he will give you stamps for almost everything in his line. So like, there's like, on this fabric, you'll easily be able to see things that are also stamps. So if you invest in the stamps, which is what I personally do, then you have the stamps for the long term. And it has a lot of the same imagery on it that everything else does. You know, it's really convenient to have the ephemera packs, but he also puts all that stuff into stamps. So which is one of the things I just absolutely love, you know, because I can stamp a flower 100 times, but I can only use a piece of ephemera once. So anyway, I digress. I don't know how I got off topic here. But, okay, so here's what I did. I have some, this is super fine muslin. And I stamped directly onto it. And I used archival ink, vintage photo. And I put, so I did that for a couple decorator items. What I'm going to do today is make a flip. So I used the same superfine muslin here, and I sewed a bunch of, this is the, trim that I've been using throughout the journal. And I had a piece of neutral kind of beigey fabric, so I just sewed the pink edge along here. And then I did my stamping, and I sewed that along the top. And then this flips up, and this is a pocket here. Now, this is not a strong pocket, because this is lace, this is muslin. I mean, you can literally see through it. So it's not going to be super strong, but I should be able to get, one thing in there, right? And then so I'm going to put that at the top of my page here. And I'll put that at the top. I'm going to glue that down for the top. And then this will flip up. And then underneath it, I made a pocket out of this piece of fabric here. And I picked it because I had the moth on it. I'm going to need to trim it a little bit to make sure that it fits exactly. But so I'm going to make a pocket there. And then that's the pocket that all my stuff is going to go in. I'm going to keep this background because I think it's sufficiently neutral. And then I have a bunch of stuff just to put on my tags. So, or my journal cards. So I just sewed a bunch of random fabric together. I stamped this. This is French Garden, which I've used probably like 10 times in this journal too. So, and then I also got out some little charms. This one has the Hope is the Thing with Feathers that perches in the sole on it. So I'm going to use that in this spread because I've already used this once before in this journal. So I just want to, revisit my greatest hits here. So I hope that's a good enough explanation of what's going on here. Definitely, if you have questions, make sure you put them down below because now it's the end of the month, so I will have time to answer them. Okay. I also have some extra pieces of fabric and trim that were left over. This is the fabric, the neutral fabric I used on the edge. And then I also have my, these fabrics too that I have been using throughout the journal in case I want to throw those in there. This is not quite on my color scheme, but that doesn't mean we can't throw it in there. So, okay, so let's get started. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to glue this pocket down, and I'm just going to use glue to do that. I find that this glue is just fine when it comes to gluing fabric. So I'm just going to use that. I know some people like Fabri-Tac. I personally do not enjoy using it. So I don't like it. Not because it doesn't work. I just don't like the texture and the I just don't like the texture of it. So but I know that other people use it with great success. So I'm willing to put up with the wet glue because I don't want to have to deal with that. I just don't like the way it feels. Okay, so here's this. Oh my goodness, where did I get this from? That was in my trim drawer. Okay, so I'm gonna put that on there to start, and then I'll put the flip on, and then we'll go ahead and make some stuff, and then we can then by then the glue will easily have set, and so we'll be able to fill up the pockets, and hopefully that will be very smooth. I'm massively behind schedule today because my youngest had midterms, so it's been a little bit high stress around here lately. Today was the last day, thank goodness, and now we're off for 2 days, so yay for that. which coincides perfectly with the last day of Junk Journal January. So I'm very, very, very excited not to have to worry about school for a few days. Okay, so I want this little, that edge to kind of hang over the edge of the journal. Just so you can see the like little pretty embroidery on here. So I'm going to do that so that it hangs over. And I'll clip this to make sure that it gets glued down really well, because it's going to be a like a, what do you call it, like a stress point in the journal. Okay, so I'm going to clip that really quick. I got to get a couple of clips here. And then I can hop on to the next thing. Alright, so I'm going to clip this here. My page from yesterday is so fat, but it's fine. It's completely intact and everything's working, and even my kids thought it was pretty cool. So if you can get approval from them, that's a good day. Okay. Alright, so here's my flip. Now, this flips up here like that. And then this one flips up. I love that this has a definition for memory on it. So I don't know if I want to cover it up. It does look plain, but we could always put our little charm on there. You know, so maybe that will dress it up enough, because I really don't want to cover up the memory thing, because I was going to like sew a couple of these on there, but I was like, oh, but I love that it said, I love the definition of memory on there. So, okay. So we're going to like take a look at a couple tags. I am going to try not to make too much stuff today. I do want to make at least 2 tags and a journal card. Like that's my like minimum, what do you call it, requirement for myself today for like what I want to put in this. So I have something in this big pocket. I want to have like be able to put this in here. You know, like I said, I don't want to put anything like huge in here, but like, you know, if I could just fit like have a tag in there, that would be great. And then yeah, so I could also probably fit that journal card in there as well. So all right, so I already have like a couple of things done, so I can kind of lay those out, and then we'll take a quick look at how that's gonna look, and then try to decide. I have this stamp twice, and I can also stamp some more stuff too, if I want. I think that'll be good for the journal card. And then let's see here. I'm gonna just look and see what else I have in here. I have this tiny little one too. See, I'm already breaking my own rules, but we'll just see what happens. You know, because I might not use all of them. Okay. I kind of like this process of like looking at what you have, and then kind of moving everything around. So probably I'm thinking this for on here for sure. I wonder, we could put a pocket on this. I'm going to cut this here, and I'm going to just trim it to fit on here. And I can also use, you know what I might use? I have some leftover collage pieces from, this is not the best here, leftover collage pieces from yesterday when I put the collage pieces on the front of the go. The front of the page, you know, when the door's closed, I collaged on there. So I could possibly do like a collage tag so there would be paper in the background. I mean, I don't only have to use fabric, I guess. You know, and you see, like, I have this piece is big, so I can just cover this whole tag with it. And it kind of goes with my, like, I have sort of a botanical theme going here, and I did get the Field Notes stamp set out as well, so I could totally use that as well. I'm going to see if I have any collage medium around here so I can use that instead of the glue, so that I can, this spreads really nicely and evenly because it's a little bit more liquidy. Alright, so I'll smooth that out. Look, I'm already off plan. It's like, I have, like, when I do my free ephemera, I don't have as much creative license, you know what I mean? I have a plan, I have the pieces, so it makes it a little harder to go off plan. This, so easy. Okay, so let's make sure I put this, wait, is this the right direction? Does it matter? This is the right direction. Nope, it's this way. The text goes in two directions, I think, on this. I'm just gonna grab the bone folder here. Alright, I can let that dry. This can end up being a very easy tag, unlike a lot of my stuff. So, I love this extra little piece here. It's crooked though, but still. All right, if I made this like a vertical, or actually I could make it horizontal, and maybe we could put some lined paper on that. Let's see, what else do I want to put on here? Okay, so I have two of these little guys, which I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with. I did sew this together, so this would be like a patchwork. I feel like it's too heavy for this little tag. This has a natural tuck spot on it. It's too heavy. I might have to save that for something else. Okay, let's see. We could put this on here. We could put this on here. Like that. Let's see what else. I have here, fabric-wise. I could also cover one of the tags in muslin. I'm going to grab some, I think if I put some lined paper on here, that would be good. And look at me, I have a piece right here. Alright, so I'll trim that down. And we could also stamp on here. And then if I want to put, we probably don't need much more on there either. I'll rough up the edges and stuff on that. I definitely have more of that collage paper here too. I turned the top drawer of my desk into the scrap bin, and it's been a very positive development for the cleanliness of my desk, because I don't have to go anywhere to get the scraps, and I don't have to go anywhere to put them away. So it's worked out perfectly. Let's see, maybe we'll go on the end of this. I don't know. It's hard to decide. That could certainly go at the top of this tag. All right, I think I will put some of this on here. And then let me get this set up here. I think we'll go ahead and glue that on there with some good old-fashioned glue. And then I'll trim it off. Or actually, maybe I'll just rip it off. It should be easy enough to do that right here. Okay. That kind of makes the corner look mangled, which I kind of like. Okay. And then I still have this for here. And then I need something else for there. I could go with a little bit of... I don't like the writing to be upside down, so I gotta make sure, like, double check on there. That's an option for... Okay, I know I did cut myself a big piece of this. So I'm pretty sure I know that I want to cover this tag in this white. This is what like the muslin that I stamped on looks like. When it like comes out of the package and you iron it, because I ironed it. Because I don't know what my deal is, but I did not want it to have wrinkles in it. I love things to look like grungy and stuff, but that does apparently not include wrinkles. Okay, there we go. That. I guess I could have used my big actual real glue brush for this. Okay, I guess I don't really have to worry about the bottom too much since I am going to put the pocket on there. It's just going to come right through there. Alright, I'm going to let this dry for a second. I should probably put something on top of it. Just so it lays flat. I need something sufficiently heavy. Okay, hopefully I don't forget about that now that it's over there doing its thing. Okay, so let's take care of this. This is definitely going to be one of our journaling cards here. Oh, I need to probably make this a little smaller here. Okay, I think, yeah, okay. Okay, so for this, I think I'm gonna go ahead and attach it like this. Did I sew? No, I didn't. Oh, good. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and staple this because I want this. I wonder if I should do something to this before I glue that down. let's load these guys up. Here we go with this one in here. This is a ATC that I turned into a tag from the Printables. And then we have our journaling card here, our little mini tag, another journaling card, and another little mini tag. Hopefully that's all set to go. So let's go ahead and put these into this. Okay, so this guy is the big one. He's gonna go here, to there. And then let's see, we're gonna do, I think this one in this pocket here. So that'll still flip up okay, I think. Yeah. Okay. And then we have this guy to go in here as well. You can actually, let me put this in like this. Okay, there we go. See, once again, I made too much stuff. I need to learn. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna paper clip this guy here. Whoops. There we go. All right, that's on there. We're gonna flip this down, and this little buddy's gonna go in here with this little guy here. And then we flip this here, and like normally I would say, oh look, you know, it just looks like a plain situation here, but I think the lumpiness of my page gives away the hiding behind it. I think in a non-junk journal January journal, I think, or maybe I should have even considered this, to put the flip here with journaling under it, and then put the tags and stuff over here. But, you know, because this is a one-day situation thing here, we're just gonna go with the extra here. This has been day 30 of Junk Journal January, and the prompt was fabric, and we did lots of fabric stuff here. Tomorrow is letter, so hopefully I will see you all again tomorrow for that. If you would please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, I would appreciate it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me today.